Episode 13 already. I can't believe that. Welcome back. Thank you so much for being here. Your viewership means the world to me. If you haven't done so already, it helps me out a bunch if you hit the subscribe button down below. And my name is Sammy Paley. This is Awaken Your Potential. Let's get into it. This past week, yesterday actually, I moved into Calgary, Alberta from the Rocky Mountains. And that's because my classes at Mount Royal University, I'm taking a business degree there. They're transitioning into in-person, which is so exciting. My entire career has been online due to the ongoing pandemic, which it feels like we're getting to the end of it here in Canada, but who knows, right? But today I wanted to talk about something very exciting, very important, and I have a new studio, which is amazing. And because of your viewership, I was able to buy my own house and my dream car. And if my dream house is my aunt's basement, I've nailed it. If my dream car is a 2010 Toyota Highlander with 400,000 kilometers, I've nailed it too. I hope that these videos can help you do that too by awakening your potential and unlocking the person that you are meant to be. On the topic of bettering ourselves, this feels like a good segue into the episode's content today. Whoever made that intro song, props to them. I think they absolutely nailed it. Today I wanted to talk about the topic of success and how can we become successful. And one of the components of success is luck. We've been fed the narrative over and over that if you just work hard, you can do whatever you want, and that's great. But another component to that is luck. And in his book Outliers by Malcolm Gladwell, he talks about how the people who become successful were granted one thing. They were granted an opportunity. And for Bill Gates, for instance, he was mentioned in the book in his story. When he went to Lakeside High School in America, they had one of the only computers that he could use to help him learn coding, and he fell in love with it. Another example is the Beatles. And the Beatles were kind of this underground English band, not very polished, trying to play at the odd gig. And they got this opportunity to go to Germany to play for 8 hours straight a day, 7 days a week. And they did that for, I think, close to a year. And from there, they became polished. And it was all because of the opportunity they had. So how do we take advantage of luck? Is we jump on those opportunities when they're presented to us. Then we got to go head into them. We got to go full into them. And we got to get our 10,000 hours of practice to go from mediocrity to excellence and to mastery. The thing with these opportunities is they're not just going to become barging through the front door. Hey! They're kind of hidden in plain sight, and that might make you think, well, how can I know where to find these opportunities? And something that I find really helps is developing a clearly defined purpose, understanding yourself, having a strong knowing of who you are, an awareness. What do you love to do? What do you not like to do? Who do you like to interact with? What are your interests? What are your hobbies? And from there, you'll start to pick up on opportunities that might seem like nothing to other people. Like, for instance, if I tell you to not think about purple elephants, boom, you're going to think about purple elephants. And if that dominates your thinking patterns, then you're going to be finding things that relate to purple elephants all over the place. Same thing with like a new car you've just bought. If I talk about that and I know I have that car and you just get that car, that's going to be one of the only cars you see on the road. You're going to see it all over the place. It's going to pop up. There it is again. And opportunities can do the same if you have a clear sense of what you want to do. And even if you don't, but you just have stuff that piques your interest. Like, for instance, Bill Gates again. And how that guy had no idea that what he discovered and what he loved at his high school was going to lead to one of the most lucrative companies in the entire world. So the thing is, you just don't know what type of opportunities are presented, but when you find them, and they're going to be hidden, but when you find them and you grab them and you go fully into them, then who knows what that's going to lead to. So I'll quickly tell you the story of how I wanted to become an author and a writer. And it wasn't as simple as, oh yeah, I was born to be a writer. Like, it wasn't anything like that. I hated reading. I didn't like writing. But I came back from Australia, applied to get many jobs, couldn't get a single job, couldn't get anything. And I was pretty bummed out because I came back early from traveling to try to save up from some money to go to university and all that kind of stuff. And nothing. Dropped off resumes at multiple bars. I wanted to be a bartender. Didn't get any opportunities to become a bartender. But that was the blessing in disguise, because I just quickly, I was pretty bummed out. I was talking to my mom and she's like, well, what if you just invest this time into yourself? And from there I was like, all right, I guess so. So I started to read self-help books like Start With Why, Think and Grow Rich by Napoleon Hill, 7 Habits of Highly Effective People, some of the work by Mark Manson, Shoe Dog by Phil Knight, like all of these amazing reads. And from there it was like, boom, I see an opportunity to eventually become an author. And then I didn't ever think I was going to be making YouTube channels, but having my why of awakening your potential just crystallized in my mind. I was talking to one of my mentors and he's like, well, why don't you put your message out there now and gain a following, show the behind the scenes. And it was like, boom, that's another opportunity. I can become a YouTuber and a presence on social media, and I'm just getting started. It's very new, but it's an opportunity, and who knows what this is going to lead into? Who knows who's seeing this? Who knows who I'm talking to? I don't know how many people have seen this, and I'll be meeting with some of my friends, and some of their friends will be like, oh, like I've seen your videos, that's cool. And you just never know what opportunities can come from following A, what you love to do, and B, just putting yourself out there for people to see you. So whatever it is you want to do, and something I talk about often on here, you just need to show up consistently over time, and I promise you, opportunities will present themselves to you. And when they do, you got to go full into them. You got to attack them. And maybe it turns out that it's not what you want to do, but those could lead into other opportunities that do lead into what you want to do. And it's never linear. It's never like, okay, Bill Gates finds a computer, boom, gonna make Microsoft. Like he probably went through a bunch of different challenges and ups and downs. But if you just continue to show up for the opportunities that are presented, eventually you're going to get to places that you might not even have imagined at this point. And that's just so amazing. So thank you so much for watching. If you got value out of this, I would love if you could subscribe down below or share this video. And thank you so much for being here. I'll see you all in a week. If you have any feedback, my DMs are always open at AYPwithSP on TikTok and Instagram. I'll see you all very soon. Thank you for your viewership, and go seize those opportunities.